Did you guys like that intro? It's pretty nice, wasn't it? That is my new logo. I reached out to try and get something new and more animated. And we have Raul from Conquest Racing to thank for it. I reached out to him and worked out the details, and he came up with what you see now. I like it. It's pretty cool. Wife and daughter are still trying to figure it out. You know, you have that struggle between the two because you're like, you know, you're used to the old one, then you see the new one. Anyway, so it might be a little change for everybody. But so now I'm trying to get myself together here because I didn't think I was going to be able to pull this video off because it got so late. I wanted to have it up earlier. And I just couldn't get my camera to work right. It'd do like 2 minutes and then it would shut off. Then I'd have to do another 2 minutes and it'd shut off. So here we go. This is what everybody wanted to talk about, was the axle box, which you see in front of you. So again, going to Raul, great thing. I appreciate it, buddy. You did really good work. And now I need to put out a couple more shout outs tonight. Let's start with our next one. And that one goes to, everybody knows him, our favorite legend, that slot car guy. Travis, if I hadn't seen your video on this axle box, I never would have had one. Upon seeing it, I was really excited about it, and I made that purchase. I want to say you did it the night, you did it Friday, and I did it Saturday morning, or maybe it was Friday evening. Went ahead and got it paid for it and ordered it up, and he just happened to have one, which this one's red, just happened to be in, so I was able to get this. Now, it didn't come with the white in there. I put that in there. I kind of just wanted to add a little bit to it. I couldn't do it to the front. It's really narrow right there. If I put some light on this, yeah, it's really narrow. It's hard to, I might still be able to do it, but we'll see. But let me take that light back off. I don't like it on. But that's my second shout out. Travis, again, thank you. And you explained it in detail, and his video was really, really good on how to do this. So, you know, if you want to know exactly, you want to see a picture of what's actually takes place to do it, I suggest watching his video. He put it out a little 3 weeks ago. So anyway, that brings us back to the axle box. Alex Duncan is the one that does these. He's a single man show. He builds it himself. He's got his own channel, so if you want to reach out to him and subscribe, that would be a great idea. Sunshine Speedway. Let's do 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Great guy. Even with the box, I mean, I talked to him for about an hour on Friday when I was setting this up Friday morning. And I was just making sure I was doing it right. I texted him to ask him, or I messaged him on Messenger just to ask him a couple things, and he called me right away. I mean, it was, so we had a live feed. We were talking back and forth for probably an hour about all kinds of stuff, just being guys, I guess, until I bored him. But, I won't lie, I originally was going to do a video on how to set it up on the, you know, with this flipped over and show how it worked. That didn't work out for me because the sailor in me came out. You know what I'm talking about. I thought it was a little gross and too rated R to put it on this video. And it wasn't because it wasn't easy. It was because I was having a hard time getting the solder off that Carrera put on here. I was just using a single wand soldering tool and a vacuum, trying to get the solder off. And I'm not very good at it anyway. But it was taking I hadn't cleaned the solder needle off in a while, and I didn't have any of the copper mesh for me to get it cleaned off. To make a long story short, for some reason it was having a hard time melting the ratio on it. That was the only hard part. Was I just was having a struggle getting this old solder off. Once I did that, all the other solder went right in. It went well. It was real easy to do, and how do I explain that? Kind of off-site here. So the wires come out of the box. And you're going to go over. You kind of seen that where Travis cut in. I had to make a couple other cuts because I left a little bit more length on them. Now I did trim it down some, but not all. You got a blue and red wire comes out of here, and he's got these taped with the labels on them so you know which one's which. So that goes to your power supply in the CU. Then you've got another blue and red that's going to go to the track 1. So you're going to have red on the inside braid. And you got blue on the outside braid. And then you got a yellow and green. Yellow is going to be on the inside braid. Green is going to be on the outside braid. Now don't make the mistake of flipping it over and doing it backwards. So you want to remember, how it's going to sit up on your track. But it went really well. Once I got that other stuff off, it didn't take me any time at all to get this thing done. I did pick me up some 16 gauge, connectors. The 16 gauge is off the axle box. I think off the CU it's probably a 14 or maybe a 12. I'm not positive. So you'll have to go a little deeper on the crimping on one side. And because of that, I was worried it might slide out, but I went ahead and bought shrink wrap for it so I could get it over the outside, and then that way it shrinks on both sides. And even if the cable wasn't loose, but if it was a little loose, it wouldn't be pulled out. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm just an overthinker, so that's how I was thinking. But I used a 1/4-inch drill bit for the 2 posts that are on the outside bottom here, and drilled those through after I did my measurements. I used a 5/8, see if I can get that in there, 5/8 paddle bit. That's how I got your wiring hole there. I originally was going to put it up on my stand over here, but what happened was I didn't like the fact that I was going to have to reach, and I was tightening up this track anyway. Remember I showed the spots down here that were loose and this other. Well, as I tightened up the track all the way down, this actually came a little further inward. So by the time you figure it up, I got my electric unit right here. This is the board above it. It's inset from there. And then, of course, your phone board. This is inset. So I don't think I'd ever hit anything. These buttons are a little tight, so pushing them while you're doing it, good luck doing that with your pants or just rubbing by it. Same thing with the switches. Something might snag and pull it down. But I really don't think you're ever going to get that close with your body that you'll actually have a problem there. So anyway, to start this stuff up, I've got it in analog mode. Let me move some things here real quick and we'll show you the rest. So, got that out of the way. So let's flip this thing on. And it is in analog. The switches are both up. So when you turn it on, now you'll see the green light on this side. There is a red light on this side. I haven't been using it much lately. When the lights are on, the lanes are active. Okay, so when I flip that one off and the light's off, I don't care if you programmed a car, you put it in lane 2, you're going to have no power whatsoever. Same with this. If you turn it off, now you have no power to either lane for your car, so you're good to go. I used lane 1, so there's the green light, which means go, baby. Anyway, I'm going to be a little more brief about this because it's late and it's going to take a while to put this video up. This is a car I got about a week and a half ago. I think you guys all remember. It's the BMW M1. Yeah, that's it. So I've already controlled the controller. You're going to do the same thing with the car. You're going to program the car for lane 1. So you'd set it up. And now it's ready to go. Um, I won't lie, it is great being able to run anything I want to run. So, that's your analog running, working perfectly. We'll set this over to the side. Before I go too far out of this though, since I'm in analog mode, I wanted to do this. This one's for Marty Ford. A 2-line slot cars. Or 2-line raceway. Sorry, let me say that right. So the other night Marty was talking about cars and stuff, and we said you can run those in analog, because somebody had asked a question. In analog mode, you can run these and the Evolution cars on an analog track. This just happens to be a digital track, if he wouldn't be able to do it without the axle box. But for Marty, let's you know what? I'm going to span out because I need him to see how well it really goes around the track. So hold on just a second. Let's slide. All right. A little better view. So anyway, I put the police car on there because it's got lights on top. Because these things will fly around this track. You can launch them off though. I mean, I've got about half throttle, and see, I just put it off over there. Who doesn't love the pause button? Oh, that way it always makes it look like you're a professional driver. Yeah, I have the backlights off on this track, so it's a little dark down there. But I got that sign over there that I just put it up this weekend, around 66. That thing's bright. Matter of fact, I picked it up at Hobby Lobby this weekend. A 66% off price. I got it for like 20 bucks. Now, I can't complain about that. Not too shabby at all. They have some more over there I'm gonna try and pick up, but that's off subject. So, let's go back over to the track side for a minute. So we'll take this police car off. And I've got this on ghost mode, but what you're gonna do to change it over to digital, you gotta flip your power switch off. I don't know if you have to do both of them, but I haven't tried, so I flip both of them down. These are 3-way switches. Middle doesn't do anything. You're either up or you're down, but it works out that way. And then you flip your switch back on, and it's gonna fire up like it normally does. Like I said, I got this in ghost mode. Matter of fact, let's just put it back in ghost mode. No. I love when it does that. I'll see if it switches tracks on it. I don't have enough lane changes really. And I just slid off the corner over there. Whoops, set it too high. But anyway, digital works as well. That was ghost mode. So we brought it back over here. Works really well. Turn on the lights, maybe you can see. That's one of my favorite cars to run ghost mode. I don't know why. It's always been a good performing car on the track, no matter which track setup I've had. So I also use that Porsche up there. But anyway, make a long story short. So the axle box. Now the lights aren't on here. It doesn't matter what you do. This thing's basically disconnected from, it doesn't matter what you do. I push the button one again, it's still going to run. So it's kind of shut down. So let's turn this off. And let's talk about a couple other things. Let me switch this back over to. See, I figure if I do it a couple times, you guys will see what's going on. So anyway, now we're back in analog mode. Now, something you can do with analog mode. It can be done, but there's an up and down to it. So I can ghost car this car. Not run anything, it's ghosting. There's only one downfall to it, and I'll probably stop it when it comes back around. Didn't even make it that far. Anyway, The downfall is ghost mode doesn't really work that well. You get about 20 seconds usually with the car. That was a little short. I don't know why. It probably derailed over there. So I've been having problems with that lane changer over there with anyway. So you get usually about 20 seconds. Now Alex talked to me about it before I actually did it, so I tried it yesterday just to make sure. I also did it with the Go car too, so same problem. It goes about 20 seconds. Doesn't matter where it's on the track, it just dies. That's it. It's done. And you have to pick it up. And I think it has to do a complete reset before it'll actually fire up again. So, what else can I show you? I got the lights in the garage working. I took down the top level. I could explain that in another video. I had a lot of issues. And it wasn't the glass. But, turn. So I decided to go back to this. I think I'm going to go to Racetrack Scenics or Magnetic Racing and find me some. Either I'm going to put bleachers all the way across and just leave that scale electric tower there, or what, something like. I'm going to come up with something different, or put another building kind of set up there. These are my go cars I do have. I got a couple of these two. I got the first day I had an Evolution set, and I just kind of picked them up. These two, and then these two came with my Carrera Go set I got for really dirt cheap, and it came with the cars. So, but I had bought the cop car because I already had the 132nd car, so I wanted to make sure I had that so I could chase it around on my train layout originally. Haven't done much with that at all. There's a better close up of that sign. It's really bright. Been working on the room quite a bit. I've been doing a lot of cleanup, and so I don't have a whole lot more I can say. This is already a over 17 minute video. There's my old logo. What do you know? Anyway, I have a bunch of new ones on the digital. I can't remember who I added, or since I had the ones, but I've added a few more on there. I need better ones. Like you can see the slot car guy, the Y's kind of cut off there. I don't know if it's something I did or it's just the way it came out. Of course, Dave with slot R. His came out perfect because he sent me one. Slot car dude, yep, same thing. And then Raul's, he sent me that the Friday night, so I ended up getting a better one of his. And Alex sent me that one, so it's been I like the fact that everybody likes that idea, because it just seems like I've got the wooden ones, and I love them. They're great, but could you imagine trying to put everybody's logo on from the community? I mean, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get everybody on there, and I was like, I didn't want it to look too terrible. So that's when I came up with this idea of using an old tablet or in this case a Kindle Fire. But so anyway, anybody can do that. You just got to get the right things. Oh yeah, 3Bean got added. I talked to him the other day too, Daniel, and he's a great guy. We talked quite a bit, had a good time talking back and forth on Messenger, and I finally figured out that he was Danny's dad over at Dick's Slot Car Garage. So I apologize. I knew he was in the community. I just didn't know which one he was. I just never picked up on it. So I try to, like I said, I think I've said almost everybody's name tonight. Johnny Hobby, one of the first guys I was watching on these videos. But I'm coming close to a 20-minute video, and it's getting kind of late, so I think I will jump off here. I do apologize that I was talking a little fast tonight. Had a lot of problems with the phone, so it just really kind of crushed me, because this video doesn't have near the content that I had in the other one, but I wasn't recording half the time, so because it wouldn't fit on my yeah. I ran out of room, basically. So it's still Sunday. I'm going to try and download this tonight and see if it gets out beforehand. Overseas will probably see it before us local boys. But I want to wish y'all a good night, and I'm sorry everything kind of got messed up tonight. I would have liked to have had a better video, but I still want to get one out. I felt the need to still do it because I said I would. So, again, thank you, everyone. It just astounds me that, how great this community is. And I just want to keep reiterating that, I don't think half of us would go as far as we were if we weren't talking to others. And I just want to make it bigger and meet more people. I mean, it's just great. So, if you're interested in the Axel box, definitely reach out to Alex. If you're interested in getting on his list, he's busy, so you might have to wait just a little bit. He can tell you more details. I mean, it's not really my place to say where he's at and where he's not. I think he's gonna put that detailed video out probably soon. And again, shout out to Raul. I love it. It's working out great. And Travis for leading me onto the Axel box. I will have more content in the Thursday video, maybe, because I did get some packages this week. I got another one coming. Maybe I can get some more work done by then. Anyway, I want y'all to have a great evening, and let's end this conversation now, and I will chat with you guys probably on Raul's channel tomorrow night. I'm sure of it. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye.